I spent 2 long, grueling weeks and countless hours on an amazing game. My friend, who I'll call Choco Croissant, had been bugging me to make a car game for about 5 months. And so, I decided this was the perfect time to make a super ultra mega car game. I started with a simple car movement that turned the car even when it wasn't moving. A perfect system. The car models were made by Choco, meanwhile I started work on a nitro system that definitely wasn't horribly broken. I put some tracks together so I could actually ride around, while I got my other friend, Isaiah, to get me a super cool start button. I then got to work trying and failing to fix some bugs.
2 very boring minutes later.
Just a little bit more bug fixing.
1 eternity later.
Wait, I'm almost done.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
It's good enough. And so I decided to stop worrying about how good the game was, and instead totally remake the car movement to be a bit more realistic. It ended up making some very hard to control cars, but that's just a feature.
That's a feature, not a bug.
I then got to work trying to make a terrain in Blender. It took about 3 hours before I realized it would take so much time to actually do it, and I'd have to add colliders, and so I just decided I'd use default terrain and painted it with some mountains. I didn't really like the skybox, so I replaced it with a better one. I tried using it before, but without cover from the mountains, the light was brighter than Isaac Newton. Now I asked Choco if the game was good enough, but he kept saying, "You need a shortcut." So I finally gave in and used a path he had modeled to make a little shortcut. I got some AI that I won't even begin to describe the annoyances of. Just pretend it's working perfectly, and it didn't take me literally 10 hours to make, and then even slightly work. Now, after about 40 hours and a large amount of hard work, I finally had 1 level. I then spent a bit on another level, killing some of the nasty bugs I found in the code, and I can proudly announce that you can play Off the Rails for free.
We aren't responsible for any car crashes, broken skulls, radiation poisoning, growth, unexpected appendages, or any other side effects that might come out of playing this game.
Thanks for watching, see ya!